I was a kid, my family had a vacation home in Colorado. It was old, creaky, and surrounded by dense woods. Perfect for skiing, but also the setting for some of the most chilling memories of my childhood. My parents, avid skiers, bought the home long before I was born, and though it showed its age, it became a cherished part of our lives. But one winter blizzard, when I was 8 and my brother Josh was 11, that house became the backdrop for something I'll never forget. My sister was able to find my father, but my parents became a backdrop for something I'll never forget. The snowstorm that day was intense. Flakes the size of quarters fell endlessly, blanketing the vast property and surrounding woods. Josh and I bundled up in our snow gear to play one of our favorite games, our own version of a snowball fight. The rules were simple. We each built a fort, hit a giant snowball, our jewel, and tried to steal the others without getting caught. Josh picked his fort on the neighboring property, which was a large empty house no one ever seemed to visit. We loved using their yard because it was huge and they were never around. Once Josh set off to build his fort, I waited for the signal, his whistle. 5 minutes passed, then 10. The whistle never came. Frustrated, I decided to go find him. I chose the road instead of the woods. The idea of trudging through dense snowy trees in the middle of a blizzard gave me the creeps. By completely ignoring his warning, I made my way back to his lot. I buried the key. As I approached the neighbor's property, I scanned the area. Josh's fort was there, but he wasn't. I figured he was hiding, so I sneaked closer. But before I could reach the fort, a voice stopped me. "Excuse me, are you looking for your brother?" I turned to see an older woman standing at the neighbor's front door. She had a strange smile, one that didn't quite reach her eyes. "Yes," I called back hesitantly. "We're playing a game?" Her smile widened. "Your brother isn't here," she said, her tone oddly soothing but unsettling. I glanced around, confused. I was sure Josh had come this way. There were even footprints leading to the door. Slowly, I approached her, but something in my gut screamed for me to stop. That's when I noticed movement in the upstairs window. A face. Someone was looking at me from the shadows of the house. Half their face was obscured by a black beanie and the other half hidden beneath the window frame. For a moment I thought it was Josh, but then the figure disappeared, just as quickly as it had appeared. The woman's smile faltered as I called out, "Josh?" My voice echoed in the cold air, but there was no response. The woman waved me inside. "Come in, dear. It's freezing out here." My heart pounded. Something about her tone made my skin crawl. That's when I noticed another set of footprints leading away from the house, back toward the woods. Double prints. Someone or something had turned back. Inside the house, I heard heavy footsteps descending the stairs. The sound was deliberate, each step thudding louder than the last. Panic gripped me. I screamed Josh's name one last time and ran. I found myself other on the ground, managing to stay alert without puking. I screamed Josh's name one last time and ran. The woman yelled something behind me, but I didn't stop to listen. I tore through the snow, following my original footprints back to the road. When I reached our driveway, I saw Josh standing with my dad, who was already whistling for me to come home. Relief washed over me, but it was short-lived. Josh, wide-eyed and pale, stammered, "There were people in the neighbor's house. They told me to come inside." My stomach dropped. "The same thing happened to me," I said. My dad didn't hesitate. He grabbed a flashlight and a wrench for protection and headed down to the neighbor's property, while Josh and I stayed back with Mom. Time dragged as we waited, our imaginations running wild. When Dad returned, his face was grim. The front door was locked, but there were fresh footprints leading to the back door, which was wide open, he said. Dad spoke to another neighbor who called the owners of the house. "I killed her. I ate her for breakfast." I said, looking down at the little fluoride pill bottles sitting on the top of the table. What they revealed still sends chills down my spine. The owners weren't there that weekend. In fact, no one was supposed to be in the house. The police were called and they conducted a full search. The house was empty, but footprints were found leading upstairs and out the back door. Interesting footprints. The back door was unlocked from within the neighborhood, and there wasn't even anything interesting leading into the neighborhood with holes or lines on it. It was just a couple of years ago. To this day, we don't know who or what was in that house. The face in the window, the woman's eerie smile, the heavy footsteps, they remain an unsolved mystery. My family stopped letting us play near the neighbor's property after that. Even as an adult, I can't shake the feeling that something was watching us that day. Something sinister. I'm just grateful we didn't go inside.